In this video, we will be discussing the biomechanical property of friction as it relates to performance in a 15-yard single-man sled drive. Specifically, we will be exploring how friction from football cleats, track spikes, boots, sandals, and tennis shoes affect the time it takes to drive the sled 15 yards. We will also look at how this friction allows the athlete to alter their relative angle to the sled, which allows for an increased ground reaction force, resulting in a faster time. In trial 1, we will examine Josh's performance while wearing football cleats with half-inch spikes. Josh drove the single-man sled 15 yards in 4.98 seconds. In trial 2, we will look at Josh's performance while wearing track spikes. Josh drove the single-man sled 15 yards in 5.09 seconds. In trial 3, we will observe Josh's performance while wearing boots. Josh drove the single-man sled 15 yards in 5.52 seconds. In trial 4, we will examine Josh's performance while wearing sandals. Josh drove the single-man sled 15 yards in 5.64 seconds. In trial 5, we will look at Josh's performance while wearing tennis shoes. Josh drove the single-man sled 15 yards in 5.23 seconds. To recap, in trial 1, we saw Josh drive the single-man sled 15 yards in 4.98 seconds while wearing football cleats. Trial 2 resulted in a time of 5.09 seconds while wearing track spikes. Trial 3 clocked in at 5.52 seconds as Josh was equipped with boots. And Trial 4's use of sandals came in at 5.64 seconds. Finally, the use of tennis shoes in Trial 5 yielded a time of 5.23 seconds. Upon analyzing the data collected from our experiments with different forms of footwear, we discovered that the shoes which provided the greatest amount of friction between the athlete and the ground produced the best 15-yard drive time. As noted in this chart, the football cleats were the most effective footwear, with the track spikes, tennis shoes, boots, and sandals lagging behind by 11 hundredths of a second, 25 hundredths of a second, 54 hundredths of a second, and 66 hundredths of a second, respectively. This disparity in performance between types of footwear is likely due to the various levels of friction that each type of shoe provided. Footwear which provides a greater amount of friction allows the athlete to increase their relative angle in respect to the sled.
Keep it 300, like the Romans, 300 Ipsis, where the Trojans, baby, we living in the moment. I've been a menace for the longest, but I ain't finished. I'm devoted, and you know it, and you know it. So follow me up, cause this about to go. I'm doing 500, I'm out of control. But there's nowhere to go, and there's no way to slow. If I knew what I knew in the past, I would've been blacked out on your ass.
This, in turn, allows the athlete to better take advantage of the ground reaction force, as they are able to apply more horizontal force and push the sled faster. In this aspect, the football cleats perform the best, with the track spikes, tennis shoes, boots, and sandals following in that order.
Early morning cartoons. This is that goon. Fuck up your whole afternoon. I'm aware I'm a wolf. Soon as the moon hit, I'm aware